Welcome to My Conversation, a presentation of KAIL-TV My Central Valley. So let's get My Conversation started.
Good morning and welcome to another My Conversation of My Central Valley, KAIL. It is your host, Feather the Wise, right here all geared up and ready for the weekend. And I would love to welcome back, if you can join me and put your hands together. Coming back on our show is Miss Lisa Poole-Johnson from Cedarbrook Memory Care. Now first we have Lisa here, but don't be mistaken, she brought a guest. Now, she said she's going to bring a guest next time, and boy, she kept her word on this one. We have Mary. Please put your hands together for Mary coming in from Modesto. Now, Lisa, how are you?
I'm great.
Did I meet the dress code?
You met the dress code.
Kinda.
You passed.
Passed enough.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you're here, one of my favorite guests to be on the show. Love your energy and absolutely love the company that you represent. The community that you are from is Cedarbrook Memory Care. Okay, for the people who may have missed the last time you were on the show, give us a quick rundown about Cedarbrook Memory Care.
Cedarbrook has been open for a little over 3 years. We're part of KAIL Senior Communities, and we care for only those with memory care issues. So our entire community is for people with dementia and Alzheimer's related dementias.
Okay, and that has been around for how long?
The company itself has been around for over 58 years, and we've been around for a little over 3.
Wow, 58 years. So you got the great experience in that, and I love the way that I know I'm pretty familiar with it from a couple of interviews. The actual facility is designed in what shape specifically?
The community is shaped in the shape
You got
of a
me.
P.
You got me. I keep saying it, and she keeps correcting me, and she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right.
We are a community, not a facility. So this is our residents' home. We work in their homes, so this is a community. The reason why the community is in the shape of a P, it allows our residents to walk and those who wander, because one of the behaviors with dementia is wandering. So it gives them a safe place to wander and not feel like they're enclosed, such as being in a tiny house. And we also have, in the middle of our P is a courtyard that is only accessible once you're in the community. So it gives the residents a very safe place to go, to be outside, to enjoy the outside while still being safe.
Now, within the community, I know that, and I did that on purpose so she can explain that specifically. We'll go back and review the tape, and I'll tell her why. Within the community, I know that there's several activities that you have also. Now, tell us a bit about the few activities that you do for the.
So our activities are 7 days a week from 9:30 in the morning until 7 p.m. at night.
Wow.
We have a dedicated staff to run activities, and our caregivers assist as well. We have a cooking group once a week. We have science projects. We have pet therapy that comes in. We have, once a week they make ice cream. We have church groups that come in with different denominations. We do have volunteers that come in. We're always accepting volunteers. So we go on outings. They have a garden outside. They have tomatoes and cucumbers and eggplant. So we do same things you would do at home.
Right.
We create activities so it gives normalcy for our residents.
That's incredible. Now, you have something coming up.
Yes. So this afternoon,
Yes.
from 3 to 5 p.m. in our backyard, and we have a gigantic backyard.
Yes.
We have our backyard summer splash bash. And what that is, it's a way for our residents, their families, our staff and their families, and the local community to come and enjoy each other with some water. We have a dunk tank. I will be getting in it, and hopefully if you make it, you'll be getting in it. We have a lot of different water games, snow cones, hamburgers, hot dogs, and then we will be having a large silent auction with all of those funds going to Alzheimer's. We do a lot of support in our community through whether it be golf tournaments or casino nights, and being sponsors for a bunch of different educational events. So one of the things we'll be participating in is the Alzheimer's Walk in September. And so part of this event will be to raise money for that.
And all of that information will be out at the Splash Bash.
Yes, sir.
Incredible. Now, that dunk tank, I gotta
Ready for that.
Got to get ready. I'm volunteering because I know this heat around here is
perfect day for
incredible.
it.
It's supposed to be 99, so it's going to be a perfect day to get out and come get wet.
Cool off.
Now, that'll be taking place specifically where?
At our community at 1425 E Nees in
That's
our
what I wanted,
backyard.
right in
We
the
actually
backyard.
have, we just put them out today. We have 3 very beautiful purple flags that are outside that talk about, we have hourly care and memory care. So it gives more attention from the street view. So you can't miss us. Our community is located almost on the corner of Cedar and Nees,
I know right where that's at. I must
across
have,
from the Batter Up Pancake Restaurant.
I must have passed it like 100 times and never knew what it was. Because it looks like a community. Now,
Well, you're seeing only a portion of the P from the front side, so the community goes back, so it looks small from the street.
Right.
But once you come in, it's a very large, very large.
Cedar and Nees, I know exactly where that's at. So I got to get my Speedo ready and my T-shirt ironed. That's it.
I don't know about that.
Okay, now you are not just sitting here. You brought a guest with you.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have brought Mary Keaton from our new community that will be opening up in Modesto, probably in the latter part of the year. And I brought her so she could tell you all about it. But this is
Definitely.
my sister Mary.
Now, I've heard a lot about you before you got here.
Oh, and I've heard a lot about you too, Feather.
She's
Thank
like,
you.
next time I come on, I'm going to bring
I'm so
Mary.
happy to be here.
I'm so glad you can make it. Now,
Thank
you're
you.
not a part of the Fresno community. You have another community that's
Correct.
opening up.
Right. In Modesto. We are opening in the fall, hopefully early October. And the name of our community is El Rio Memory Care.
Okay.
And like Cedarbrook, we specialize in memory care only. And we will have 72 occupancy for 72 residents that have some memory impairment, either a diagnosis of Alzheimer's or what's called MCI, mild cognitive impairment.
Got it. Now, I want to cut you right there. We're going to come back after this short break with more information with Mary. You guys don't go anywhere. We got more with Mary and Lisa right after this.
This episode of My Conversation is sponsored by Cedarbrook Memory Care Community. This episode of My Conversation is sponsored by Cedarbrook Memory Care Community.
And we're back. Please welcome my guests back, Lisa and Mary from Cedarbrook Memory Care and El Rio. Now, we're going to go right into that now. It's opening up, due to open up when?
We're saying fall. We're on target for our grand opening, which is October the 17th. But if we get our license from the state prior to the grand opening, then we can have residents move in prior to that. So early October is what it's looking like.
I know we were talking off camera briefly about it, on how it came about the name of El Rio. Explain that to us.
Sure, thanks, Heather. I'd love to. The owner of our company, it's the second generation. His name is Aaron Kelsch. His parents started the company in 1958, and he and his wife are the second generation owners. And Aaron spent the summer of 1974 in Modesto. He had an older sister who lived in Modesto, and he spent the summer with her and her family. And he has stories of that summer that are just those stories of childhood that everyone wishes they had, those beautiful memories. And when they were looking at what to name the new community in Modesto, he said, I know exactly what to name it. The best summer of my life was here in Modesto, and we lived on El Rio Drive. So that's how he came up with the name.
Good memories.
Yeah, it's
good
wonderful.
times.
It's a
And
great
now
story.
Here it is, open up a new community.
And Modesto needs us, honestly, Feather. We haven't had a new senior housing community in over 16 years.
That's incredible.
And we're backed up. Every place that can take memory care residents is full with a waiting list. And people are having to leave our area and move their loved ones to places that aren't as convenient for them, just purely because there's no place nearby. So we have people that have paid their deposits that are waiting for our doors to open.
Yes. Yeah.
Family members that are so happy that they're going to relocate their loved one, that maybe they moved an hour or two away from where they live in Modesto because they couldn't find anywhere locally. Wow. So we are being welcomed with open arms. The hospitals, the doctors in the community that we're going out to and sharing our information with are very happy that we're going to be
Definitely
opening
some-
soon.
definitely
There's a
something
great
that's
need.
needed.
Unfortunately, this disease is growing at an alarming rate, and there just aren't enough places to accommodate all of the people that have the disease.
The model's been proven at the community here in Fresno. You're just taking it right to Modesto.
Absolutely, and we'll, like Lisa explained, the P structure, the P building, it's the same concept. That has been proven that for Alzheimer's patients that like to walk and walk and walk, it's a safe pattern. There's no long hallways that go to nothing. They
Right.
can just make a curve and keep walking. And it just makes complete sense. And we're doing the same building that Lisa has because
That's
it
gonna be
works.
Incredible, especially for that area, because in Modesto you touch a lot of neighboring cities around there.
Absolutely. There's a lot of areas around, a lot of rural communities that just don't have services that are needed that can come into Modesto and bring their loved one to us.
That has to be something that's anticipated by all of those, because there's so many small places around, and for 16 years there haven't been a new one.
Isn't that crazy?
What a better
I know it.
time.
Absolutely,
Could
a
not
really
be a
good
better
time.
time.
And we will have 24-hour nursing, which as well as Cedarbrook. That is a model for our entire company, KAIL Senior Communities, every building, and I believe we have 25 communities now, and we're building.
It's good, and there will be up to 32.
We have
come
9, I think,
2018.
under construction. But every community has nurses 24 hours a day, which is not a requirement of the state regulations.
Okay.
It's something that the company realizes is necessary, that we're dealing with residents that have serious medical conditions. And
Yeah.
without having medical professionals in-house, you have to send people out to the hospital. And we won't have to do that because we'll have nurses that can monitor, that can communicate with their physicians.
That's huge.
Because the last thing that a person with dementia needs is a trip to the ER. It is not a good situation.
No.
It rapidly can increase their confusion and make it a very, very detrimental trip. So we want to be able to alleviate that and not have them have to do that.
And that will be at El Rio.
Correct.
Incredible. And now I just heard you mention the companies, not just Cedarbrook and El Rio that has communities. There's communities across the country.
We are in 8 states, I believe it is now. I think it's 8
Texas,
states.
Arizona, Chicago, Montana, Idaho, Colorado, Washington, California. Did
Yeah.
I miss anyone?
No, I think that's
Hey,
it.
pretty good.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
you got the info
Yeah.
right there. You got. I just thought it was just 2 communities.
No.
No. Kelsch's, by 2020, they plan on having 32 communities. We actually own our own construction company that builds our communities as well.
Oh, that's great.
It's a big family. I don't want to speak for Mary, but I'm pretty sure when I say this is my sisters,
Yeah.
we're a big family.
Very
Yeah.
family
and,
oriented.
From the top down.
Absolutely.
And great. And will there be anything different for the Modesto community versus the Fresno community? Is there anything being offered there that you may not be able to?
No, you know what? We will, as Cedarbrook, we will have what's called respite care, which is a wonderful program to offer families that need a break. You know, if you're taking care of your loved one and you're there 24/7 and you have a wedding you want to go to out of town, you can bring your parent, loved one to us for a night, 2 nights, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be, so you can go.
And that's a
Go
great
to your
service
family
for families who
reunion, go
have-
to a wedding, absolutely. Know that your loved one is in safe hands. We also have what's called day stay,
Okay.
and we have people who actually will bring their loved one to us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, while they go to work, and then pick them up every evening on their way home. So they're able to know that their loved one is in good hands, is going to be safe, going to have good meals, well cared
Yeah.
for while they're at work, and then at night they come and pick them up.
That's a huge service. Now, for people who want to make reservations or get more information about El Rio, how
Yes.
can they contact you to do so?
Well, they can either go to our website, which is elriomodesto.com,
Okay.
or they can call us at 209-702-1910.
Got it covered. Thank you guys so much for
You're
being a
very
guest on the
welcome.
show.
Thank
I
you.
will see you later on today. If you guys want to come out and support, we'll be out at Cedarbrook here in Fresno. Thank you so much. Give it a moment for Lisa
Thank you
and
for
Mary
having me.
here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys don't go anywhere. We got more to come right after this.
This episode of My Conversation is sponsored by Cedarbrook Memory Care Community.